Trascurandomi, riemergerai dal buio. Riposa un po', mia cara Belle, il tuo regno sai, non brilla più.
Hey everybody, my name is Stephen Hughes, and welcome once again to Stephen's All Out Baseball Show. This is my second episode of the campaign that I'm going to have during the Major League Baseball season. This show, like it is explained in my homepage, is everything on baseball, and I want you guys to enjoy the show. Guys, send me any comments if you want to ask me any questions on the topics we're going to be talking about today. So, give you a little bit of a preview right now what we're going to be talking about. Probably the big news you've all heard of Bartolo Colon, the A's right-handed pitcher. Their starter has been suspended 50 games, so another 50-game suspension by a player from the Bay Area. If it's the Giants or if it's the A's. Then we're going to go to some stints on the DL. Ivan Nova, where's he going? The DL? And then the Mets, are they shutting down Johan, or are they letting him give him some leeway and getting one more start? We'll see. Okay, so first we're going to be talking about Bartolo Colon. Everybody knows that. That is the big news from today. He has received a 50-game suspension. Unfortunately, exactly 1 week just 1 week ago, Melky Cabrera just got suspended for the rest of the season. Now, former Cy Young Award winner Bartolo Colon has been suspended after a positive test, joining Melky Cabrera on the list of suspended players from the Bay Area. The MLB announced Colon's penalty a week after the All-Star MVP got the 50-game suspension, unfortunately. Colon said in a statement released by the Players Association about his suspension, quote, "I apologize to the fans, to my teammates, and to the Oakland A's. I accept responsibility for my actions, and I'll serve my suspension as required by the Joint Drug Program." He will miss the final 40 games of the regular season, and then he'll miss the first 10 games of the postseason if the A's make it to the playoffs. Or if the A's don't make it to the playoffs, he'll miss the first 10 games of the year, or first 2 starts of the season due to the suspension next season. But also, it will carry over if Colon signs with another team. Hopefully, he stays with the A's because he's a great player. He's a very good player. He's 10-9 on the season with a 3.43 ERA. In 24 starts. This is his first with the A's, and in his career, he's 171 and 122 in 15 big league seasons. He won the Cy Young Award, which I told you. He's a Cy Young winner. He won at 05. He won 21-8 for the LA Dodgers. The LA Angels at the time. Colon, he'll lose the remaining $450,000 off his $2 million base salary this year. He's also earned $750,000 in performance bonuses based on the stars he has produced, $150,000 based on innings, which are not impacted on that. He will have made $250,000 or $250,000 after Thursday's start, but since the suspension will cost him the chance to make another $850,000 in additional bonuses based on innings. So the A's were looking to give him a lot of money off his performances, and now with the suspension, he's going to be losing millions of dollars. So unfortunate for the A's, especially this part of the season, like the Giants with Melky Cabrera. He does. His positive testing showed that he did take PEDs or performance-enhancing drugs. Grant Balfour, the Oakland A's reliever, said, quote, "Is a shock. He's a guy that we're definitely relying on right now. I guess you could say it's bad timing at any time, but especially now." End quote. The A's, they're in the middle of the AL wildcard race. Even though the Rays have been red hot this game, Evan Longoria back, the A's are still in the wild card chase, half a game behind the Baltimore Orioles for the second and final spot to play in the wild card playoff game. The team that wins that one game playoff plays the number one team in the National League and the American League. So, unfortunately for the A's are disappointed to learn of the suspension, obviously, but this might be a good thing for the A's. Brett Anderson is just returning. He is starting today, coming back from Tommy John surgery, like I told you a couple days ago, that he had in 2011 last year. Anderson unfortunately hasn't gotten a win since his last start at Boston in May of 2011. Since Cologne is off of the roster right now, Tyson Ross has been called up from AAA Sacramento. Billy Beane, the general manager for the Oakland A's, addressed the A's in the clubhouse before the team took the pregame warm-ups that Bartolo Colon will not be playing with the A's for possibly the rest of the season. A big blow, especially for the A's. And I've said this before, they are in the hunt to make something big out of a little teams. If any of you have seen Moneyball, they're still like that. They're still under the 50 feet of crap that Billy Beane talked about. And, you know, it's unfortunate for the A's to lose Cologne, but they got Brett Anderson, and I like Tyson Chandler. He's a hard thrower. He's gaining a lot of he's gaining a lot of time to show the A's organization that he should stay there a little bit longer. But unfortunately, he's not. He does have a roller coaster ride when he gets called up and then he gets called down. It's unfortunate, but we got a question off my cell phone. If you guys want to send me a text message or something, the phone number is 650-315-6543. I'm going to put up the comment box. I'm going to put my phone number in so you guys can ask me some questions about this topic, and then later in the show, any topic really. If you guys want to talk about the Indians, or you guys want to talk about the Angels, whatever. So, Robert Dieters, he asked this question: what does Brett Anderson bring to the A's? And this is a good question for this topic. Brett Anderson brings a lot. He's going to be the ace. He's projected to become the ace for the A's at this part of the season. You have a lot of young guys, which I like. Tom Malone and Jared Parker. They're very good rookie pitchers. But Brett Anderson brings the veteran experience into the rotation now, and then with the loss of Cologne and the call-up of Ross, you have a very young rotation, and I think Brett Anderson is going to bring a lot in making the A's probable playoff contenders, and I think they'll be able to fight off the Orioles possibly if Brett Anderson does his job, and no one really gets affected. The Cologne suspension does not hurt the A's in their on-field performances. So that's a good question by Robert Dieters. So wow, the A's. This is the second time in the Bay Area that a player has been suspended. Cabrera, he is the biggest name so far this year, and then right now, Bartolo Colon is just a big mess. So we're going to go off the topic of Bartolo Colon and go into the NL East, where Steven Strasburg, the Nationals pitcher, could miss his final 2 or 3 turns in the rotation during the regular season. This is his first full season since having elbow ligament replacement surgery. Strasburg is 15-5 with a 2.85 ERA, and he leads the National League with 183 strikeouts. The 24-year-old does, probably a lot of you know, what's going on with him. He has a innings limit, and this is affecting him not just in the regular season but in the postseason. Right now he's at 145 in a third innings, and the limit is supposed to be between 160 and 180. The Nationals followed a similar plan last season with right-hander Jordan Zimmermann. Right now, he is 9-7 with a 2.54 ERA. That is second in the National League. Davey Johnson, the manager of the Nationals, he is being a little bit bringing some sense of humor into it. Quote, "It's funny. There wasn't anything said when we shut down Jordan Zimmermann, and that's actually true. Jordan Zimmermann, in my opinion, is a good pitcher. I don't see anything wrong with him. I've told you his stats: 116 strikeouts too. His last three starts have been looking pretty good. Exclude the loss they got against the Giants. He looks great, 5 2/3, 2 earned, 4 strikeouts. That's not the best line you like to see, but that's for me a quality quality start. And then a win in Atlanta on Monday. So I think Jordan Zimmermann with Strasburg, I think they're going to do some great stuff out of the rotation. Then obviously Gio Gonzalez, by far the best. I think Gio Gonzalez has been a little bit better than Strasburg, mainly because Gonzalez has been able to go far into the games than Strasburg. Strasburg's obviously been on a limit for his pitching. And that's unfortunate for the Nationals, mainly because the Nationals they're going to make the playoffs. They're NL East champions right now, in my opinion. And right now, Nationals, their offense is perfectly fine. They're looking very good right now. And then their pitching, I already told you guys, their pitching is incredible. Gio Gonzalez, hopefully Strasburg doesn't get shut down at any time soon. And then Jordan Zimmermann, I told you the stats. The main his ERA is terrific. The main reason why he has 7 lost games is because sometimes the Nationals don't bring the run support, especially to the starting pitchers. We have a question on the chat board asking, will the A's make the playoffs? And that's a pretty good question. The A's, going back to the A's topic, I think they will. I think they will make the playoffs, but it's just that it's going to be a little bit hard, especially in the wild card. They have no chance of making it as the AL West champions. But anything can happen, especially this close into the season. The A's, they look fine. Their offense is fine. Cespedes, he's a good hitter. Josh Reddick, Coco Chris, Jamal Weeks, they're starting to get hot, actually. Coco Chris is having such a better second half than he had the first part of the first half of the season. He already has more home runs. He has like 4 or 5 home runs during the second half of the season, and he only had 3 before the All-Star break. So that's how much Coco Chris has been wanting to really improve as a contributor for this ball club that's been is looking for the first postseason appearance since 2006. The Nationals, they haven't been to the playoffs in over 7 decades. It's the Nationals, they're obviously going to be making it to the playoffs. They'll be making some history, but I see them as a World Series team. After this commercial break, I have a special guest here, Chris Silvestri, baseball analyst, and he's going to be our special guest. He's going to answer that question. Will the Nationals make the World Series and possibly win the World Series? Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Stevens All Out Baseball Show. We'll be right back.